The Deity in Disguise and the Lesson of Truth. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the rural heartlands of India, there lived a poor young man named Ravi. He worked as a porter, but due to his unremarkable appearance and difficult family situation, Ravi always felt insecure and yearned for admiration and respect. His life seemed to remain unchanged until one day, a particular event altered his fate. The village where Ravi lived was surrounded by rolling mountains and lush green meadows. In the summer, the warmth of the sun was ever present, and the scent of yellow chrysanthemums filled the air. This village was also home to an elderly Brahmin named Guru Dev, who was regarded as a wise sage, always helping the villagers through difficult times with his profound advice. One day, by chance, Ravi witnessed a ceremony honoring a local deity. As the villagers were absorbed in the incense smoke and the sound of flutes, an audacious idea struck Ravi. He would pretend to be the incarnation of this deity. Ravi believed that if people thought he was the embodiment of a god, he would be revered and live a better life. That night, Ravi went to an abandoned temple, painted sacred symbols on himself, and donned a long red robe. He began performing fake rituals, dancing and chanting prayers he had memorized. The next day, when people found him at the temple, rumors spread across the village that a god had manifested. As Ravi assumed the role of a deity's incarnation, his life transformed completely. The villagers, young and old, began flocking to him for prayers and offerings, hoping that the presence of the deity would bring them luck and prosperity. Dressed in a radiant red robe and a vibrantly colored turban, Ravi sat solemnly before the small temple, now adorned with flowers and lanterns. Every day, long lines of people waited to meet the god. They brought gold, incense, flowers, and fruits, placing them on the altar before Ravi. Businessmen came to seek blessings for success, the sick arrived hoping for healing, and gamblers prayed for luck before their games. During his trance-like performances, Ravi mimicked the religious rituals he had observed. He moved his arms gracefully and chanted self-made prayers. The sound of musical instruments surrounded him, creating an air of mystery. Under the flickering light of oil lamps and the fragrance of incense, Ravi truly seemed to transform into a deity. His prophecies and advice were listened to with reverence and awe. However, within, Ravi felt increasingly burdened by his deception. He began to realize that the admiration and reverence he received were based on a false image. Long nights were spent tossing and turning, contemplating his life, torn between continuing the lie or returning to his honest laborer's life. As night fell and the village's noise faded, Ravi often sought quiet moments to reflect on the life he had chosen. Each night, in the darkness of his small room, he confronted himself with thoughts and emotions he had buried throughout the day. Ravi questioned his own deceit. Do they know that I'm not a god? They worship me, offering me their most sacred prayers, but I'm nothing but a fraud. I've exploited their faith to escape the harsh life of a laborer. Every time I receive their reverence, it feels like I'm sinking deeper into the pit of lies. He regretted, how can I live with such guilt? Each day, the weight of this deceit grows heavier. I've built a world of lies where I am a divine figure, but deep down I know I'm unworthy of this. I've deceived them all, and that's why I can no longer sleep peacefully. He reminisced about his past. Before becoming a god, my life was harsh, but at least it was honest. I miss those days when I worked hard at the market. Even though it was exhausting, I took pride in my work. Back then, I didn't have much, but I had my dignity, something I can only dream of now. At this point, Ravi asked himself, can I ever return to that life? Or have I gone too far down this path? Was I too greedy and selfish to trade my honesty for an easier life? I know what I must do to redeem myself, but do I have the courage to do it? These thoughts echoed in Ravi's mind every night, leaving him restless. He knew that eventually, he would have to face the truth and do what was right, but each passing day pulled him deeper into the false persona he had created. It was not only a battle with the outside world, but also an inner struggle between being a good person and succumbing to the allure of ease and false glory. The turning point came when Guru Dev witnessed one of Ravi's performances. Instead of condemning him, the old Brahmin saw an opportunity to impart a valuable lesson. Guru Dev approached Ravi and gently said, "My son, respect and admiration cannot be faked. They must come from sincerity and genuine kindness. Gurudev offered to take Ravi under his wing, teaching him how to serve and love others with a pure heart. Ravi agreed and embarked on a new journey, leaving behind his deceitful ways. In the early mornings, before the sun rose behind the hills, Ravi would wake up to listen to Gurudev's teachings about spiritual awakening and how to live a peaceful life. Gurudev taught Ravi that to achieve inner peace, one must recognize and let go of worldly desires, those that only bring temporary happiness and often leave suffering behind. He often quoted the Buddha, emphasizing the importance of observing and deeply understanding oneself and the world in order to cultivate wisdom and compassion. Ravi, you must learn to observe your emotions and thoughts without becoming attached to them, Gurudev softly said one afternoon, as sunlight streamed through the small window of their modest home. The path to enlightenment is not a journey to a final destination, but a continuous process of becoming aware of the present moment. Ravi spent many hours meditating, sitting quietly under the old trees in the temple yard. He learned to clear his mind of daily worries and desires. Gurudev's teachings gradually sank deep into his heart, helping him realize that true happiness wasn't something he could fake to gain recognition, but was found in understanding and accepting himself. As Ravi continued his studies with Gurudev, the pressures of maintaining his false deity image slowly faded. He learned to live truthfully and no longer felt the need to be someone else to earn the world's praise. Ravi began to understand that true peace didn't come from pleasing others, but from making peace within himself. Gradually, Ravi started sharing these lessons with the villagers, encouraging them to seek enlightenment and inner peace rather than seeking validation from the fleeting praise of worldly possessions. Through Gurudev's teachings and his own transformation, Ravi finally found the true path to liberation and lasting happiness. Over time, Ravi became an integral part of the community, cherished and respected by all. He learned that real respect must be built on a foundation of kindness and service, not through deception or illusions. Ravi was grateful to Gurudev for helping him realize the true value of life, not the fleeting praise of others, but the gratitude and love of those around him. Dear friends, the story of the deity in disguise and the lesson of truth may be a fictional tale, but it carries very real messages that you can apply to your life. Let's continue exploring the Buddhist lessons within this story together. Lesson 1. Peace through acceptance. Ravi learned that true happiness doesn't come from being admired or worshipped for a fake appearance or reputation, but from accepting oneself with all that you have and all that you lack. This is a lesson about unconditional self-acceptance and acceptance of the circumstances around you, whether good or bad. Example, in your work, you may not be the best, but by accepting that and focusing on improving yourself every day, you'll feel more at peace than constantly comparing yourself to others. Advice: take time every day to reflect on what you're grateful for, rather than what you're lacking. This will help you cultivate a positive mindset and accept your current life with greater peace. Lesson 2. The value of truth. Ravi felt pressured and exhausted pretending to be someone he was not. Deception only brings temporary joy and often leads to inner emptiness. Living truthfully with yourself and others frees you from unnecessary burdens and leads to inner freedom. Example, if you constantly try to please others by sacrificing yourself, you may end up feeling drained and unhappy. Choose to live authentically, set boundaries, and express your true feelings. Advice: start by expressing your true feelings and opinions politely, yet firmly. This will not only help you build more genuine relationships, but also enhance your self-esteem and earn respect from others. Lesson 3. The importance of patience. Through learning and meditation, Ravi realized that everything takes time and patience to grow and mature. In life, impatience only adds frustration and unnecessary stress. Example, in your career or relationships, things don't always go as planned. Patience allows you to adapt and respond to situations more effectively while helping you stay calm in any situation. Advice: practicing daily meditation can help you develop patience. Spend at least 10 minutes each day meditating, focusing on your breath and freeing your mind from restless thoughts. This will help you build resilience and stay calm in life's challenges. Thank you for listening to this inspiring story. If this story has given you a fresh perspective on life, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the Buddhist Tales channel to follow more meaningful and valuable content. We would love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever experienced a situation similar to this story? Or how do you feel about the characters and lessons in the story? Please leave a comment below and share with us. Your comments will help connect and spread the message of this story. See you in the next stories that will help you achieve a peaceful and happy life.